Very good morning to all. I would like to proceed further with the cryptographical analysis. What are all the aspects which are very essentially required? See what we are going to be send the information in the form of like alphabets to alphanumeric. So we can call it as plain text. Purely having a sequence of characters and the codes representation, we can call it as original message status. But which are going to be in a privacy manner, insecure manner, can make use encode the information. Suppose you take a simple example process and you have to take a code number according to the alphabet like A, 1, 2, B, similarly Z26. You can make a number representation, and in order to understand very clearly, it's only the privacy, it's only the confidentiality between a user who is sending and where it's going to be reachable. You can make in various a different type of an algorithm which are available, different type of an algorithm. You can make sure such a way that standard level of an algorithms are available. Among that one, encryption algorithms, especially some of the algorithm, DS algorithm, AES algorithm, come to know what are all. The process of encoding messages or information in such a way that only who is the authorized user, authenticated user, can able to read and accessible it. You can say that one only as encryption. And also once the information flow which goes to be fall relay from the user window and which are in another forum, in the forum the attachment of an encryption algorithm, the plain text status is going to be changed. Encrypted and encoded information, it's a combination of both. There should be some sort of a key that what way the representation like in the form of like a key number representation, how you can code like A is 1, B is 2, like that. Well attachment with a combination of key as well as a plain text, we can call it as ciphertext. And once again, the other end and the target machine and the sync end and the destination end, which are going to be decrypt, get back to the original status. The reverse process of the encryption, we can call it as decryption. You can make use a standard level of an algorithm. In between the source and the destination, you can identify various type of a malfunction and which are going to be in the form of like a voice, in the form of a text, in the form of like a audio, whatever it may be, which are going to be listen the information of the secrecy to the private conversation without the consent, without the knowledge of the user. You can call it as eavesdropping. These are all very important aspects which in between the source and the destination. See, word crypto is basically the word hidden information, how we can just write the flow. Graphon is meaning is to say hidden writing, and also the Greek word representation of this one. It deals with the study of maintaining privacy and the secured flow of an information. Art of encoding and decoding messages of security information, we can say. Cryptography, which deals with the technological aspects of both encoding, decoding, encryption, decryption, compression, and various other strategies from the source machine to the destination machine, which are going to be cope up between two different users in order to maintain the security, and also which increase the importance of various broadcasting, network communication, internet to email, various other aspects. See the simple diagram consists of like a plain text to one the user sent, which are going to be with the help of a standard algorithm of encryption to the plain text to then the text which are going to be flow through the media, direct or indirect media, and finally the receiver going to be accept in the form of a decryption, and that final user can get easily original format and the original position, original locativity of the plain text. In between the encryption algorithm and the decryption algorithm, in between the sender and the receiver, you can identify various type of voice level of signals which are going to be approached, and deals and maintain some information which are no way concerned to the user who are all interacting as a sender and the receiver. We can call it as we can call it as the flow of information availability from encryption algorithm to this decryption algorithm. We can call it as eavesdropping. The process which looks very systematically, you can see the system of information in the form of machine, source machine and the destination machine. No? We can identify easily different key standards. How we can give the private key and the public key. Processor in both the ends, we can say, and the transmission and the receiving end, we can find out they have their own keys. Keys we can call it as a symmetric key, asymmetric key. Key information is known to the only the sender. Key information is not known to the destination at the receiver end. And both the ends, in order to manage, there should be some sort of a logic which are going to be approachable, incorporate between plain text of the sender with the help of encryption algorithm. See, once the encryption algorithm incorporated or implemented to the plain text, we can call it as ciphertext. That means to say, the changes of the original position of the plain text automatically not knowing what is the value of the information available. That is called a ciphertext because incorporated with the algorithm strategy, and it will give a very clear picture about that one, and it mainly concentrating and providing an various other strategies of the information, the decryption strategy. Same as it is from the sender to the receiver or receiver to the sender, the process of a communication in a private manner, in a secured manner, we can call it as cryptography. You can find out various classifications of the cryptography: secret key cryptography, public key cryptography. Secret key in the sense completely confidential. Two parties are share the same key. If it is plain text and the ciphertext, the key is going to be known to both of them. Same. How to distribute the key? Key distribution which are going to be take place in the form of a numerical value representation. In the form of primary key, how you can generate the primary key in order to manage the encryption and the decryption with the help of plain text and the ciphertext. See, if you look at in case of public key cryptography, each individual has a two keys, a different key. Whatever the information other than the plain text, key values also not known to the destination user. A completely public to the sender, but completely private to the receiver. With the help of algorithm of a decryption, the user can come to know how to authenticate. In case of a public key cryptography, there are two different keys to individual. But you see, where it's a reverse process. The two parties have a same key, the public and the private, two different categories of that one. If you see the further the differences, similarities and the differences, some of the standard examples of the algorithm which are available for the cryptography of symmetry, you can say encryption standard asynchronous, similarly digital encryption standard, three different, two types of the classes of the symmetry key, and also the another end asymmetric like RSA algorithm and the electronic DSA algorithm. These are the standard where you can take in the form of a text to, in the form of image, in the form of audio, in the form of video. Then the examples are varies. What are the key types especially? Shared secret key and unique private and the public key pair. You can find out the key type which are going to be generated with the prime number representation, same type of a key which are going to be distributed for the both sender and the receiver. But here sender key is a private and the receiver key is public, vice versa, which are going to be unique representation. the common key which are going to be useful, but here is a different key which are going to be usable. What are all the importance, a significant strength of the both ends? Performance is going to be very speedy and also easy to, and a very simple one. If we have a key, you gain access to the information. As like a key we have, we can just easily open and accessible that one. Very simple technique which are used for most of the encryption standards of a simple analogy. In case of a private keys are never exposed because which are not known to the value representation. No? Exposure to the information, exposure to the information of limited provides authenticity of the source. Highly what we have observed like a confidentiality, integrity, and the availability of these three traits are there now, which are going to be maintainable in case of asymmetric cryptography. Same way, what are the limitations you can easily find out. If we have a gain and the loss which related weakness related to the symmetric cryptography, shared secret key is exposed. Chances of losing, chances of stealing of the key from any user because in which way the believeness which are going to be part of that one, then that particular key is always going to be exposed at any moment of time. Does not provide an authenticity of the source. That means to say there is no guarantee of the authenticity in order to maintain various confidential flow of an exchange which are going to be transferred from sender to the receiver. But in case of public, especially in case of asymmetric cryptography, you can find a public key management. Key management is a successive one with the help of a sender end. Similarly, the computational intensity is highly expensive in order to perform because you can make use of different techniques, be different methodology, different approaches. That's why a computational intensity is much more compared to the symmetric cryptography. The differences we can find out, which are going to be used as a ciphertext key, which are going to be used as confidential key, or like a primary key representation. Symmetric cryptographic keys are stored in a respective application. Suppose you are using for a banking application, or you are using for a DigiLock application, or you are using for the online application. So wherever it may be, correct now, which are going to be cope up with a respective application. And also, when you use for software license, you have to be make use. Today you are using no open source software relay, you can just crack the key, then you can make use. That is only time being. We can't make use it permanently. And key get back from that one, correct? No, you can just crack the key and get to that one use. And we can't run all the options and the parameter which are going to be usable. Only limited parameters. Same as it like a what we are using for the license oriented software, which are also the part of some of the cryptographical technique used. And similar fashion in case of asymmetric cryptography which enable hacker to port license for others. That means to say activating such a way that which are going to be provide a little bit hacking strategy with the options of license. There should be like a primary level loop, secondary level loop. You can say that one. How the evaluation cup you can get through that one. These are the various type of differences you can find out once you are using the key differences. We all of you know come across very standard today a digital a transaction, digital transmission, and you can ultimately you are using a signature is looks like a digital. What is the meaning of that one? There should be electronic type. This is scanned copy that encrypts document with the help of zeros and ones, particularly difficult to duplicate. No chance of stealing or no chance of true copy representation. It's a type of electronic signature representation with a combination of composed values of the binaries in the form of a digital code. So very difficult to duplicate. It's not so easy in which we can put a signature as like a photocopy or the Xerox copy. And this standard especially looks different from the manual paper signature. It has to be as like a fingerprint, and also the coded messages so have their own uniqueness. So both the document and the signer and the bind them together. It says very clearly that particular signature is act like a digital signature. There should be some standard documentation representation. No? This is a policy also maintained according to the terms and conditions of the firm. It is used to validate authenticity and the integrity of the message. Mentioned very clearly three important concepts of the cryptography: a confidentiality, integrity, and availability of it. Same as it for the message also, and as well as a signature also. We can make use a standard level of the softwares which are available, going to be cryptographically bind each other, provide an identity and the documentation. None of them cannot make use and the copy to another document. It's really provide a full-fledged confidentiality, authenticity, and the integrity of a message in order to maintain this is a particular a digital signature document compared to the manual entry. What are the main required scope of that one? Main is one is a efficiency, more efficient one because we can identify nobody. If you put like the first level and the second level, the unforgettability, only signer can generate. Who is the authorized person? No, you can easily generate. Not reusable, not used for other messages, which are not ultimately provide usable, unalterable authentication. That means to say we are not in a position to unalter a modification of a signed message, authentication of a signer, no repudiation, not going to be denying after a signaling go, denying after a signaling go. How we can make use the requirements of a digital signature one to another, one to another. How we can just find out a digital signature which are in the form of more efficient one, more efficient one, give an authenticity which are available to us, find out some standard level of the requirements of a digital efficiency, unpurgeability, and the not reusable. We are not supposed to go for altering, and also no repudiation. These are the standard requirements of the digital signature. Take an example like a user X and the user Y, how they used to interact, how they used to interact, the information which are available to us, find out with the help of a functional representation. If you say easily from the cryptography aspects, you have to be incorporate, include a key which are in the form of okay, two power functionalities, then you can get that function and you have to go for redistribute which are a positive or negative with respect to the exponential value representation. That's why user X and user Y with the help of a different public key and the private key, the flow which are going to be take place between the user X and the user Y. I have taken like allies and the box, whatever it may be, computing. May be very close or the far away or the remotely, they can easily access to one to another. We can find out with the help of standard. And what are the important security services of the digital signature? Non-forgeable, sender authentication, data integrity, and we can easily trace a tampering proof also, non-malleable, receiver authenticity. These are the various functions are available, various functions are available one to another once we are making use of digital signature, you can say. And ladies, I have given a very clear picture about virtual private network. If you go for deploy from the public domain of internet, and how the performance which are going to be incorporated with respect to the business application or with respect to the MNC, how the remote office which are going to be workable from the home. If you take into consider like a regional office and also the home office, mobile worker, with the help of various type of a, we can call it as some standard private server, a POP server, or you can say that but not like a proxy server in between a main office, how we can easily manage. Of course, a real still structure oriented, they can find out the backbone. There should be a network exists, World Wide Web, and you can easily accessible to the various other information and how the nodes are communicating. A simple basic pictorial representation of VPN. And the features already you just point out very clearly. One is the security, scalability, services, and the management. Because how which are going to be managed with a 128 bit. Maybe see what we specify like a key representation, no, with respect to the cryptography, we can call it as like a 8 bits to 16 bits to 32 bits to 64 bits. We imagine we are indeed to get 128 bits representation of encryption, what level of security which are going to be incorporated. We are not in a position to just understand each and every bit is different, but understanding 128 bits are entirely different. The scale value of the representation, extra users and the bandwidth can be added at any time. A new requirement which are the policy matter, services, management, activity, and how the policy monitoring of virtual private network. These are all the characteristic features of VPN. Of course, the tunneling, in case of idea of tunneling, which provide a basic model approaches of how which are going to be established maintaining a logical network once we establish the proxy server. It's a process of placing entire packet within another packet, a pipeline. It's correct, no? One of the packet corresponding output as the input for the another, transported over the. They have to study. We have to study with respect to the character features of what are all the outcome of each and every packet, which are going to be represented manually and the automatically. And the outer packet protects the contents of the public representation because it's known to the what type of a tunneling approach or a packet filtering approach or like circuit, various other what are the different types of the filtering or the gateway approaches you have studied now. From that one, packet moves within a virtual tunnel. Types of the virtual private remote access virtual private network, intranet within the system domain within the organization, extranet and the VPN, we can find out how which are going to be available, and we can find out the level of remote access, intranet and extranet. You can see that one network access server. Network access server is as like a web server, is as like a chat server, is as like a domain server. We connect in between the source and destination, the configuration of virtual private network. Intranet VPN also incorporate from the main where the exactly the flow of an exchange which are going to be flow from the MNC entrepreneurship to education or institution. We can identify which are through a line called a backbone line dedicated connectivity. Extranet also, if you take into consideration internally how you are connecting a local area network and the wide area network and the metropolitan area network, like that way, such a long distance. Electronic data interchange, snail mail, fax mail, and e-commerce application. These are some of the applications which related. And any sort of a setup, there should be a setup procedure. Even VPN also, standard level of protocols are available. Point-to-point tunneling, you can say PPTP, point-to-point tunneling protocol. Similarly, if you go with like a layer 2 protocol, you can call it as M2LP protocol and Open VPN protocol, secure socket tunneling protocol, internet key exchange protocol. These are. If you go with a comparison with types of virtual private protocols with respect to the speed, encryption, security, stability, media streaming, point-to-point, peer-to-peer file sharing, and compatibility, you can find out which are our various other. How is it a speedy or a quality of that one is a service or the browsing status is medium level, a good level, better level, not at all going to be adapted to the certain extent to, and you can find out easily. and especially compatible with all platforms, so Windows, so multi-programming, multitasking, multi-user environment. Some of the demerits also and the advantages you can identify, like far less expensive than lease lens, because you have to spend a lot of money, and the complex and the configuration strategies also looks somewhat very tough, difficult to manage. Many elements working together provide a strong security aspects. So you can find out the company is the broadband connectivity, and also the result overall concept behind it, like a complexity and the organizations of the network including available. These are the, and now if you with the help of like a cryptography, with the help of a security, with the help of like a VPN, with the help of a filtering, most of the time we will work with correct now what is in the electronic payment system, which helps us to the customer to make online transaction or online payment for the any sort of like how our shopping is going to be taken over the internet. What are the methods of compared with the tradition? Correct now we can go with like a check, we can go with like a credit card, or we can go with the cash, which are going to be replaced in case of EPS. Methods of electronic payment consists of one is called electronic cash. Software wallets are today what we are using, correct now? With the help of credit card, debit cards, so diners cards, so Visa cards, so smart cards, so and credit cards, which are available to us. And digital cash, especially the money, which is nothing but a electronic currency, electronic money, electronic cash, currency, digital money, and how it's supposed to be managed, only exchange electronically. We can make use with the help of a secure flow, with using PIN number, or with the help of like how the representative like a VPP number representation. These are all always a backbone level how the transaction which are going to be take place with the help of electronic cash. Typically, which involves idea behind it, paradigm of a computer network, so the internet to digital stored value system, so you can call it as EFT, electronic fund transfer, direct deposit to digital gold currency and the virtual currency. And today we can see in the country like a Singapore, most of the programs which are going to be transferred to electronic money online, even including public transportation. If you have a smart card, if you have a small chip of tiny card, automatically you need not to pay anywhere else in the transportation of the train, bus services, so air services, wherever it may be. You can call it as Telecom. The one of the standard system introduced in country like Singapore. How does a digital cash work? Operate in the following manner. There should be a wallet which included a part of the information flow exists between a computer. Money can be put in the wallet by deciding how much is needed and then sending an encrypted message, then followed with the banking procedure deduct from the user account. There should be a serial number. You can easily trace when exactly the logging procedure incorporated, when the accessibility happens, when the corresponding check clearance happen, everything with the help of digital signature, and you can easily manage. And also the messages. Today you can see coin or token, spend it in merchant site. Currently you can make you like a Bitcoin representations are available in blockchain, various other. And the technological improvement further from the digital cash, you can call it like a blockchain. Similarly, Bitcoin representation. E-cash during a transaction, see that it has been authorized by a respective bank. They have their own how the procedure involving to transfer a digit cash from the respective customer, where they exactly the transaction which are going to be take place, the permission through that one. Because how the level as same as it is like a manual transaction, but it's much more secure one once you are handling. What are the merits are and the demerits of electronic cash? Advantages are like a transaction more efficient. Within a time period is very less for using. and they cost less than the processing credit card transaction. Usually, see today you see if you have like a debit card, anywhere else if you go for shopping, anywhere else if you go for making online transaction, I would like to go for doing like a tourist spot representation. Similarly, go for booking a train, flight, similarly, but whatever it may be, correct? No, they cost is somewhat correct. You can get like a various other offers through that one. Those are the, and not only that one, the costs are going to be regularly continuity of the services which are there. They can get a discount of some time processing credit card transactions to credit processing with a debit card transaction. Some of the important lacunae disadvantages of electronic cash: no audit trail, because especially if you are using like a cashew checkbook, there should be auditing process. But here we are not in a position to get back that one. Money laundering and fraud is very intrusive, susceptible to the forgery, which insane to handle, and which are less in case of electronic cash. We have come across very clearly. We have a card like a smart cards, what which are going to be carried as a credit card. The pre-approved credit which can be used for the purchase of goods and the services now and payment of them later. So we have a card going to be pay later. You can make you certain limit based on your professional, based on your job service, so based on your the position, no? You can get the limit of that one. You can make it for the purpose. You keep in mind some of the drawbacks are very enrich and the problem to the day-to-day activities. A credit card credit limit varies based upon the individual perceived. Mean to say, if a professional carrying like a large together professional getting based on the salary, based on the outcome of that one day-to-day work and the monthly, he or she can get a limit. Credit limit is the maximum amount loaned. That shows very clearly what is the maximum amount that can easily transact to that card. Worthiness is an individual ability and the willingness to pay the money back. And this is very important. Once you just take a loan, every second is going to be countable for payback. Payment should be get back to that one. If you are not just a limit within this day, you are not going to be paid, then ultimately which are going to be taxable, which are going to be interestable. See what are all the life cycle which are involved. A user having a credit card holder going for purchasing according to his opportunity. The merchant process the credit card information and request the account, because here also there should be digital verification, no? And then through the gateway, because where exactly the which bank is like a ICICI Bank or HDFC or the nationalized bank or some private, correct now, which note where we exactly get the card through that one, identify the authenticity with the help of a gateway routes information to the processor. The processor submit the authorization request to the card network where he is known to this particular system, known to this particular bank, all the information which are going to be verifiable. The card network submits the authentication request to the issuer. Then immediately there should be a reply. If a limit cross low less than the limit to, is it okay? Then all the thing. Then the issuer approves the transaction. Okay, X or the Y you say user is a customer, regular customer is authenticated user can process for that one. See how the transaction. Then card network. The card network forwards the authorization response to the respective bank where our enrich are the information flow which are going to be transacting very regularly. Then acquire. A bank provides the authentication, the authorization, response to the merchant. This is because in which way the transaction process which are going to be take place through the help of with the help of a credit card, being a customer, if the marketing which are going to be buying something in any city center or mall center, the process how which are going to be take place for online transaction. The merchant accept the transaction. The cardholder receive the purchase items or the service. Meanwhile, there should be a signal or the message transaction to the user what type of the authenticity ERC has given. These are the complete life cycle how it looks once the credit card working process is going to be take place. We have seen the structure and the flow of the credit card. If you see the merits and the demerits, prepaid card, alternative to cash, immediate transfer of the funds, instant withdrawal of the cash, and the controlling. Some of the primary advantages we can get through from the credit card. Meanwhile, we can find out demerits also. Record keeping is mandatory. See, once you purchase something to the credit card, you have to be very cautious. Every day is going to be countable. Every hour is going to be countable. Convenience is not always a guarantee. You can't take your own time to say I can pay later or I can pay after 1 month. Every moment is going to be chargeable. Hidden fees are everywhere. See, sometimes they are going to be count with a fraction also, not the factor, with a fraction also, which are not known to the user, customer at all. We can call it as hidden fees. Internet scams are commonplace, chances are, because if anybody make use, malfunction, steal the information of the card detail, then the chances are scamming those, chances are attacking those, chances hacking also. And safety is also another criteria with respect to the demerits. A debit card, of course, this is a simple plastic card. Here, as like in which way I have money in my packet, I can easily handle. It provides an alternative payment method to cash when making purchases. Credit is post, this one is a free cash. Functional, it can be called an electronic check. Instead of in which you are keeping the hard cash in our bank, like that we are keeping a soft level of a cash in our packet. The card. Funds withdrawn directly from either the bank account or from the remaining balance there. And you can call it as a check card or a bank card. Debit card is always known to. And the debit card comparison, if you make a comparison between both the card, transaction limit associated with your bank account work as a short-term borrowing instruments because only the time being. Suppose I have a credit card of the SBI, I can't make use for another bank. Correct? No? There is